Hello guys, how you doing today? I hope you're good. We were talking a lot about studying for yourself. So I wanted to give you a, a process to go through where you can study a passage for yourself without relying upon commentaries. So in other words, without relying on other people's opinions, you can look up and figure out how to study a passage. All right. So the first step is you read the passage, obviously. The second one is important. If you're in the Old Testament or New Testament, everything except for Psalms, you need to read the whole book. I know that doesn't seem to make a lot of sense, but you need to read the whole book to get it in context. So you read the passage, then you read its context, which is not just the verses around it, but the entire book. Except in Psalms, because the Psalms are each separate unto themselves. And then you go to a good interlinear. I prefer the blue letter Bible interlinear. You can get it on your phone. You can get it on the computer. And then, because once you go to the interlinear, it allows you options to be able to check each word. Number 4, the fourth point is very important. Check each word and its usage. Now, what I mean by that is, okay, so the Greek word is, theos. Okay, so you go and said theos is used as God all these different times, and say it's used as, angel over here or whatever, which, yeah. Anyways, so you examine its usage and see if there's a consistency for it. You check for consistency. And if it's translated differently everywhere but the passage that you're reading, it's most likely not the correct translation there. Probably the correct translation is all the other places it's used. So the next step is to check for non-translated words. This one's tricky because when they pull up the interlinear, they say this word, this word, this word, this word. Well, then you actually have to go and say, okay, I see this word is up there, this word is up there, but where's this word? I see it on the Greek thing, but I don't see it in the translated text in the interlinear. That happens. Yeah. So check for non-translated words. Then you find out what the non-translated words are, and maybe that will change the meaning of the passage. Because then you're going back to check the word and its usage. Once you found the word that wasn't translated, check the word and its usage. Check for consistency. So you go back and forth. Number 4 is really good. Okay. All right, number 5 is that you match other passages with similar themes after you've already done step 4 for the similar passages. So you do it on the original passages, and when you match the passages, you also have to go through the same process. So you check each word and its usage, check for consistency, and you check for non-translated words. And then you're up to number 6. Number 6 requires the most effort, so this is a little bit different. All right, now you compare the passage to the Septuagint. Why the Septuagint, you may ask, is because the Septuagint is from 70 AD. And so this has the least amount of changes due to theologically inserted changes. So you go back. Now this is difficult because if you don't know Hebrew or Greek, you're comparing the passage, you don't know what to look for. You're going to have to write out the passage in Greek and then compare it to the interlinear on Blue Letter Bible. So are the words the same? Do they look the same? Is there a missing word? If there's a missing word, write out the missing word, and you search for that missing word. So you're basically doing, you're checking for non-translated words in this when you check the Septuagint, because most of the time, instead of changing, they just leave out. It's the easiest thing to change something by omission. And so I wanted to give you these tactics so that you understand a good process to go through without having to wade into the battle of opinions. So you're reading the passage, you read the entire book, its context, you check the interlinear, you check each word in its usage, and while checking each word in its usage, you check for consistency of translation and check for non-translated words. And then you go for number 5, which is match passages with similar think passages, and you're doing step 4 again. You're checking each word in its usage, you're checking for consistency, and you're checking for non-translated words with the similar passages. Because if something's similar, if they wanted to change an idea, they'll change it all 3 places. So it's easier to see what the meaning of the passage originally was. All right. And then your step 6 is you're comparing the passage to the Septuagint. You handwrite out the passage, go back to the interlinear, check the interlinear to see if the Greek words match the interlinear, and see if they're all translated. All right, guys. So that is about 7 minutes and 15 seconds on how the process you want to go through to self-study without having to delve into opinions when you're looking at a passage in the Bible. Thank you.